Okay. No exception.
That's correct.
Yeah. Introduce yourselves.
All right, I'm John Plaskina, and this is my buddy Jason.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so Jason.
I am Petro.
There you go.
How long have you been playing together? You don't know his last name.
I know it, but I can't pronounce it.
Oh, okay. Don't ask me to pronounce it either, right? A little bit of history of music. I know you've been in some metal bands.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah, I have been in almost exclusively, and I listen to almost exclusively the most brutal possible death metal that you can imagine.
Okay.
The idea that music like this was hidden somewhere deep inside me, I didn't have the slightest idea.
Oh, well. You know, and you?
Jason lived a very sheltered life. It's only been since he escaped from prison that
Okay.
really his musical horizons have been broadened.
Actually, I started off with just like your normal rock and roll tunes, you know, covering a couple songs throughout the years, and then I was in a pretty popular band in Pittsburgh a couple years back. We were called Neutralize, and then me and John, we met in December, and we started jamming with that project a little bit, and then one day we got the acoustic guitars together.
Okay.
We're like, oh, let's just see what we can do, and then here we are today with this incredible acoustic music.
Yeah, I like it. And, you know, metal has a history of going back to acoustic, all the way back to Led Zeppelin, trading off for... Is that what gave you sort of the inspiration to...
Well, all of the best metal, I think, leverages the contrast between what's beautiful and what's chaotic and horrible and evil.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's what life is. Life is learning to deal with both of those things. And I have to say, no, that is not specifically what inspired us to work on music like this.
Right.
This was a complete surprise.
Okay.
We did not get together and say, hey, let's grab acoustic guitars and we're going to write music like it. It was more like we were just jamming one day and it came out. And we thought, you know what, we need to pursue this. And
all right, yeah, I guess that's the way to do it. And what have you done with No Exception since the inception of No Exception?
This is really only our second kind of show.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
We played with Matt Deshawn at the Baltimore House a while back.
Is that right? Okay.
We have a couple more shows scheduled with those guys in May. So check out the MySpace if you want to see us.
Yeah.
We'll have it up there so you can check it out.
Definitely, definitely. What do you see or what do you feel is going next? You mentioned the kind of music you listen to. What direction is that taking it, and why?
World Conquest is our next stop. On the
for the band itself.
Yes,
okay.
for the band. For the music specifically, we're going to let it flow organically. We don't really have it. We have a lot of new stuff down the pike. Like both of us can say we're excited about the new material.
Okay.
But I can't really tell you that the next thing we're going to do is this, because we don't know either. We're just going to let it evolve and see what happens.
All right. Are you the main songwriter?
We write together.
Okay, it is together. Okay.
In our main set right now, we have like 6 or 7 songs, and a couple of them came from his band, a couple of them came from stuff that I've done before, and the others we've both written together. So
the stuff that you've written together, is there any process that's common among the stuff you've written together?
Well, typically Jason will bring me some really great guitar part, a riff, or a chord progression, or something like that. And then we'll work on it together until we come up with kind of a basic song structure. I do that to mess with his head, because what I then do is completely change it.
Well,
so that
the process of tweaking.
Exactly.
No?
Well,
Yeah?
I do it specifically just to piss him off.
Oh,
because then what I do is, as I write lyrics, I completely change the songwriting structure so that he gets confused and then makes mistakes later.
Okay. So the lyrics are mostly or all yours?
The lyrics are all mine. Yeah.
Okay, and what brings you to certain lyrics? Does it start by hearing the music, or do you have generally an idea ahead of the music?
To me, music brings a lot of strong imagery. A good song, especially a good song that doesn't have words, makes me think of something, and then the lyrics to me flow from that.
Okay.
Good to me, a song with good lyrics, the lyrics should flow from the way the song feels and looks and tastes and smells. It's not just something you get from hearing it. It's an all-body experience, I guess.
As a songwriter myself, I sometimes find, and I think this might be what you're talking about, sometimes the song starts to write itself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It just starts happening to be there.
Exactly. It's like the song was already there.
Yeah.
You just found it.
Almost like Michelangelo and the rock that he turns into a statue.
I was thinking of
the statue
exactly,
was in there, yeah.
Exactly that
Yeah,
metaphor, yeah.
exactly,
The statue's in
yeah.
the rock, and he just finds it.
That's sometimes it. Sometimes there are other processes too, but that usually is the one that is most immediate, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys get to some more music. I want to thank you for coming to
Thank you very much for having us. We really appreciate it.
And hope you come back. We're going to have we're going to give you a ballot to vote on best songs of 2010 but at the end of the year.
It's going to be one of ours.
So stay in touch. Yeah, you can vote for yourself.
Excellent.
It's absolutely fair.
All right, thank you very much. Keystone Cafe rocks.